you get what anyone gets. Get a relaunch. You know what time it is, folks. It's time to relaunch. Look at that. And look, and also, you know what time it is? Apparently, it is, it's Ramadan. I don't really know what that means, besides being some sort of holy month for our Islamic Muslim friends, or Muslim enemies, or Muslim neutrals, whatever they are. Faithful, unfaithful, whatever, you know, it is a holy month for those folks. Not really sure where its origin is, besides somewhere in Arabia. But this isn't really about the holy month of Ramadan. This is about issue number 50 of the original Sandman series. And this is a single issue story. It's issue number 50. And this is one of the first issues of Sandman I ever got and then read. And it is, of course, written by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by P.Craig Russell and lettered by Todd Klein. Of course, Dave McKean doing this creepy cover. Look at that thing. I'm going to try and turn it and make sure we get it. Oh, it's a full spread, too. Look at that. Dealing with these lights. You know, like I said recently, the HR department, the tech department, we had a big walkout at the relaunch offices over here. So it's just me putting all this stuff together. The lighting director walked out like a punk. Anyways, so let's take a look at this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this was one of my first issues of Sandman I read. I think it was the second one I read. 49 was the first one. Ooh, and there's the other cool thing is this. Facets of Dream and Artist Gallery. It has all these different artists, each doing their own take on Sandman. Dave McKean doing a take, John Toddleben, Jill Carlos Schwartz, Scott McCloud, old Todd McFarlane, Michael Zulli, Michael Kaluta, and Craig Hamilton and Tony Harris. So, of course, using the characters created by Neil Gaiman, Sam Keith, and Mike Dringenberg. I don't know how you say that other guy's name. We'll put it on there for just a second. We see that. Mike Dringenberg. How do you say that? D-R-I-N-G-E-N-B-E-R-G. Dringenberg? Dringenberg? I don't know. I don't know. Who could say? Who could say? I've never met the man, so I don't know. Did get a chance to meet Mr. P.Craig Russell, though. And he was kind enough, look at that, we're keeping this in the bag. He was kind enough to sign my copy. So, personal, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the issues that has stuck with me in my head forever since I first read it. It starts off talking about Allah something or other. Talking about being a Muslim, I guess. Not really sure. It's set in a tale of Baghdad. So then the other thing we might want to, for a little bit of reference, this came out in Sandman 50, June of 1993. So 31 years old now. 31 years old is this comic book. Very, very different take that we had. Baghdad was a constant feature in everyone's lives then, due to the war in Iraq. When was it? It had just finished. Yeah, it must have been Bill Clinton was just coming in back then. People were like, a Democrat, bring us back to peace. No, sir. We're going to go fuck over Sarajevo and Bosnia. But hey, we're not trying to turn this into a geopolitical nightmare. No, we just want to talk about this comic book. The whole story is following the Sultan, the King of Kings, the Prince of the Faithful. What do they name him? Harun al-Rashid. It talks about how Baghdad was this glorious city filled with sages and wise men, alchemists, geographers, mathematicians, astronomers, translators, archivists, jurists, grammarians, caddies. I don't know what a caddy is. I suppose we could probably look that up, but I'm not going to. You know that. Scribes. In this court were the greatest teachers of the Hebrews, who were the first of the three peoples of the book, and the greatest monks. I don't know. And the greatest monks of the pale Christians, a dirty folk who will not bathe and who venerate the dried dung of their leader, whom they call the Pope. I found that kind of odd, but all right. Seems kind of a dig at Christians. I don't know any Christian that venerates dried Pope poop. I think that would kind of disqualify them from being an actual Christian if they were venerating the poop of the Pope. Poop's Pope? Poop, poop. Does the Pope poop in the woods? He talks about, this palace. He talks about the Sultan has got a harem filled with women and many beautiful boys, hairless chins, dark eyes, blah, blah, blah. So he was the Sultan. He's fucking everybody. Girls, boys, he don't care. He's fucking. Probably fucking animals. Dogs, I would imagine. If he's a sultan, he's doing whatever the fuck he wants. Dogs, birds. That big old bird he's fucking there. Who knows? Anyways, well, that's what you get. When you're a king or a sultan or whatever, do whatever you want. It's good to be the king, like Mel Brooks says. Good to be the king. You get to make up all the rules. He talks about all these crazy things, animatronic things, animals that spoke like men, people with the heads of animals, mechanical wonders, all this great, cool stuff. Poets, musicians. It says here, those were the days of wonders. And Harun al-Rashid was a wise king. When he sat in judgment, even his sages were astonished at the sagacity. Sagacity? S-A-G-A-C-I-T way. C-I-T way. I don't know what letter way is. Sagacity? I don't know. I don't know about that word. I don't know what that is. Of his verdicts. Under him the city prospered, and the whole of Arabia flowered and blossomed. Yes, nationalism for Arabia. Arabia's a good country. Yes. But Harun al-Rashid was troubled in his soul. Ramadan. Okay. And so then he would go and he'd go wander around and look at stuff. It said he would go out at night into the city of Baghdad, taking with him his only friend, and Vizier Jafar and Masrur, his executioner. So he's going out in the city, but he don't want to go alone because he talks about he's out in the city. He would find different things would happen. And this is the one thing I do got to say. I'm not a big fan of Neil Gaiman. Gaiman? I don't know how you say his name. People have screamed at me that you pronounce his name Neil Gaiman. It's pronounced Gaiman. I'm like, whoa, just chill out. I just said I don't know, and I don't think you do either. Chill the fuck out. People get so weird. Not a big fan of the rest of his writing so much, but some of these issues in Sandman do have really good bits, even though it is pretty wordy. I mean, look, that's 4 lines for this big line panel there. But this one, and then that the great king witnessed the death of the hunchback and wondered at the 7 strangers who admitted his murder, though the poor fool had but choked on a fishbone. You know what I mean? I like that. It was then that Harun al-Rashid raised a poor beggar to the caliphate for a day of dreams. And it was in Baghdad, city of cities, city above cities, that the king and his vizier witnessed the only flight of the winged horse, made all of glass, but for its eyes, which were bone. But still the king was troubled. And then we get this. I'm not reading all that shit, sorry. The king is troubled, right? The wife comes to him and she's like, hey, what's up? So you're troubled? I mean, come on, I'll just, you know. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm feeling like the little boys instead. No, he just said he must decline. And his vizier, he's like, hey, dude, let's go disguise ourselves and go walk around the city. We'll undoubtedly encounter a young noble under some enchantment, or 3 women, slim as gazelles, imprisoned in a house builded all of white jade, or a wandering madman with a tale to tell of desert ghouls and... No. Then let me call for wine and food and dogs. I guess they're big into dogs. And send for storytellers and let us proclaim that he who has the strangest true story to tell will... It is Ramadan, Jafar. When we fast from sunrise to sunset, and the prophet has spoken against wine. But no, old friend. He says, look at our city. Is it not wonderful? Well, oh, mother, god dang it. Hold on. Okay, let's start it over. Let's start it over. Ooh. I forgot I wanted to have the Arab music going in the back. This is from Maytab Alam Explorer. It says it's no copyright, so I better not get no copyright strikes on this shit. Maybe turn it down just a hair. Is that too loud? Let me know. No? Not too loud? Nobody's saying nothing because it's not live. I wanted to... I don't have... with the live videos, they don't come out as good in the pixels. So you record the video HD and you can get a better image. So... Oh, so this is where I was. He says, look at our city. Is it not wonderful? Will there ever be another like it? Well, if God wills it. Nah, but the will of God is not meant for man to know. Leave me. Leave me. He stood there until dusk fell, and the first star of evening glittered over the spires of the city. I'm not going to say Allah because... I mean, I guess that's what it says here, but I am not a Muslim myself. So that would, in fact, be violating my own oaths to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So, Muslims reject Jesus as the Savior and Messiah, so I can't really extend a peace. You know, I can't be like, oh, well, I'll pronounce your God. No, come on, guys. Let's get with it. You got a problem with it? Go tell Charlie Hebdo. Yeah, so anyways, he's upset. He goes down into the dungeons. He's going down there. Look at these dungeons, too. He's got people chained up. He's got the little boys he's fucking and the girls he's fucking. People that he's torturing and fucking. Old people he forgot about. He goes down there and he goes through some more shit. And he's got doors and keys. And he's crawling around on his hands and knees like a dog. I like to emphasize that dog nature of this fella. Why? Because... because fuck you, that's why. Yeah, we're turning a little bit of a page here today. Keeps going. Oh, this is so what he gets to eventually is this this jar here, glass jar, and he says that it is okay, here it is. And he goes, then he gets the jar and he goes all the way back up to the top. Walks all the way down to the bottom of the castle, into the dungeons. Goes all the way back up to the top. And he's over here and he says, he's holding it. And he says, softly, the king began to speak. I'm the Caliph of Baghdad. As one king to another, I call you, King of Dreams, Lord of the Sleeping. Are you there? Are you there, Lord of the Sleeping? It's me, the Caliph of Baghdad. Are you there, God? It's me, the Caliph. Are you there? I demand that you present yourself before me here in a form neither threatening nor unpleasant to mine eyes. Come, O king. And nothing. I'm Harun ibn Muhammad ibn Abdullah ibn Muhammad ibn Ali. Oh, he's got a long-ass name. But I summon you, O king of dreams, prince of stories, lord of the sleeping marches. Be here for me. There was no sound save the whisper of the winds and the deep, lost call of a night bird in the desert. Harun al-Rashid shivered. Very well. In my hands, I hold the globe of Suleiman ben Daoud, king of the Hebrews. It was in this globe, near the end of his life, that he imprisoned 9,009 Ifrits, jinn, and demons. These were the darkest of spirits, the greatest and the most powerful, and one by one he bound them in this crystal globe, sealed it with his seal. That was nearly 2,000 years ago. Over the years that these Ifrits, their hearts blacker than jet, have been imprisoned, they each have sworn a mighty oath to wreak vengeance on the children of Adam, our father, to destroy our work and our minds and our dreams. Look, that's all of them. They're in that jar. This is a jar of finest glass, and when it shatters, they shall emerge as ravening beasts of destruction. If you do not come to me, I shall shatter the globe. And still, he got nothing. Very well. and he's must be a little heavy because he's looking kind of weak there. Takes it and he throws it. Bloop. It's falling. There it's falling. The demons are coming. They want to get out. Bloop, bloop. I love that face. And of course, somebody catches it. See, this is what I love to highlight is how, you know, that probably should have been the thing I should have asked Mr. P.Craig Russell when I met him. I should have asked him, like, what the script for this was like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And maybe there's somewhere I could look at it, but you know that I don't look up goofy stuff like that. But it's times like this that I look at it and I wonder, like, is he coming up with all these, with the different layout? You know, is he like, panel 1, I'm going to do this? Is Neil telling him, okay, this page is going to have, 7 panels, 3 on the top, 1 in the middle, you know what I mean? Like, is he just putting it all that together? Because, I mean, this is the thing, too, is P.Craig Russell. I was looking, I've got another book of his around here. He's got an Elric book that he did that's just beautiful, too. But, I mean, he, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is just a master of... Oh, this one might explain, too. This is a newer book. Again, him stuck with Neil Gaiman. Gaiman. And he's doing the script and the layouts. So I'm not really sure. It says story and words, and then script and layouts. How is there 3 different things? Story, words, and the script? How many words can you need? I don't know. Anyways, and it's drawn by, he's doing the script and the layouts is all my point was, that he's a competent, you know, he's a good writer in his own right, this P.Craig Russell fella. Oh, and look, forgot, like, he drew himself into this. But anyways, we're not looking at this Norse mythology thing. No, we're not looking at that. We are looking at this Sandman book. So he throws the jar of demons. Somebody catches it. And, of course, if you didn't guess by now, it's the Sandman. The Sandman catches it. You have called me. I come. Are you, then, the Lord of Sleep, the Prince of Stories? He to whom God has given, Allah has given dominion over that which is not, and was not, and shall never be? You know whom you have called, Harun al-Rashid. Wine! Wine for our visitor. What happened to his faithful, I don't drink wine for Ramadan? Even Morpheus here, Sandman calls him out. This month is Ramadan, O king, when the faithful fast from dawn until sunset, and has not the prophet spoken against wine? And are you, O of the faith, my pale companion? I'm of all faiths in my fashion, Harun al-Rashid, and I have no wish to take wine with you. Now, perhaps you should tell me why I should not leave this place now, taking with me your jar of little nuisances. And also, I might add, taking the recollection of being summoned peremptorily as one might summon a steward. I am no steward, O king, and I mislike summonings. Look at him, he's sweating. He starts sweating. You know, that's perfect. He's all this time he's been standing there like a fucking cock with his crow out, you know. And Sandman's like, yeah, don't fuck with me, dude. What are you doing? You throw a ball of demons at me? What the fuck? What's up? Look at those little beads of sweat. He's terrified. And then this, you know, kind of shows this is an uncanny valley we have entered. You know, this jar of demons, bloop, he just sticks it right into his cloak, his robe, whatever you call that. There is a tale they tell of a fisherman who caught a jade bottle in his net, who opened the bottle and released a genie. In the tale, he talked the genie back into the bottle. But the genie was foolish and boastful and lonely. I am none of these things. You've called me here, Harun. It is unwise to summon what you cannot dismiss. This part seems kind of weird because then he's like, are you threatening? Are you threatening me? And he's like, this has been a threat that he's like, hey, what's calling me? I'm, you know, insulting me. What's the deal? And he's like, I do not threaten. I merely advise caution. That's kind of like a punk move, is what I would say on Sandman's part there. I don't threaten, I merely advise caution. Fuck off. That sounds so stupid. You just threatened him and then you're acting like you didn't? So, duh. Not every part of a comic I like, you know what I'm saying? I find you can like different parts. You can like this page and not that page. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes Neil's stuff is okay. Other times, your point is well taken. I have called you here. I have called you here. I suppose to make a bargain, if you will bargain with me. We're bargaining in the palace of the leader of the faithful. Bargains are the business of the souk, the marketplace. Aye, perhaps they are at that. Very well. Let us then take ourselves to the marketplace. He's clapping. If you don't know what a clap sounds like that. Clap. It's like two little bloop, bloop. In my sleeping quarters is a casket that was my father's and his father's before him. Bring it to me. They come and he's got a magic carpet. Going on a magic carpet ride. Okay. This panel, though, look at that. It's beautiful. Look at my city, Dream Lord. I see it. It is a city of marvels, of wonders. These are the days of wonders. It is my city. I'm responsible for it. Ah, the souk. I don't know how you say that. S-O-U-K-H? Souk? Souk? I don't know. Descend, O you my carpet. Let us attend to the business of the marketplace. So they go down and they're walking around the market. He said, now, wait you high above the souk, my carpet. I shall call you if I have need of you. He goes back up above the city. And so they're wandering through the marketplace. This guy's trying to sell them sweetmeats. Not really sure what a sweetmeat is. I thought sweetmeats were like the organ meats of fish, but maybe that's not. There's a animal lady with a tail. You know, lots of stuff they're talking about. They're going through here. I'll give you a dirham for these miserable grapes. 1 dirham. For these grapes, each perfect globe, so fine that were it made into wine, it would only be suitable for our Caliph himself, Harun al-Rashid, whom Allah protect and enlighten. 3 dirhams and nothing less. 2. Certainly, Lord, you are most generous. And here, take 2 of these fine plums with my compliments. There is, as it happens, a tale that accompanies these plums. I'm sure there is, and I thank you for it. But for now, I have certain matters to attend to. So he's telling him, hey, look, this is a nice place. It's a miracle. He said, will you buy it from me? And you're like, I have no desire to be king of any mortal land. No, you must understand me. This is the greatest city that Allah, may he be praised, from the rising of the sun in the morning till the setting of the sun in the evening, and also in the nighttime, in the hours before dawn. It sounds like a preacher, like a gospel preacher. Hey, the rising of the sun in the morning until the setting of the sun in the evening. How long can it last? How long will people remember? I have seen the world, Dream King. I have ridden through the deserts and seen the rocks and old walls and statues breathed up by the desert wind and the empty wastes of sand. And then the wind and the sand come up once more, and the remnants of cities and palaces and gods vanish for another age of man, forgotten and unremembered. This is as good as it's going to be, isn't it? It may be so. Oh, but Allah alone knows all, indeed. Okay. He says, I am Harun ibn Muhammad Abad. Okay, that whole fucking name again. I propose to give you this city, my city. I submit that you purchase it from me. Take it into dreams. And in exchange, I want it never to die, to live forever. Can you do this thing? After a fashion, I can. And what needs to happen to make it so? Is there some spell you must perform? Is there a quest I must go on to some far country? Is there some grand deed? No. All you need to do is to tell your people they follow you after all, and yours is the dream. Very well. So he goes out there. I liked this part because this is like what comics can do, you know, and they run over there to this fountain and he starts yelling about it. I've given the city, golden age of Baghdad, of Araby, to this one who stands by my side. It's his prize forever, providing that as long as mankind lasts, our world is not forgotten. I don't think that worked, because nobody thinks that Baghdad is a great place or that it is a good place. It's like a shithole now, isn't it? Like, bombed out. Nobody's like, man, remember how Baghdad... Nobody knows whatever it used to be. It's you know, so I mean, I guess that's why it's a comic, because it is a fiction. But I like, you know, he says that, he says all that, and we see that way up there, we see that little carpet. What happens? It falls onto the ground. Almost looks like a toe right there. Maybe that's me. I see toes everywhere. They're all made out of 3D assets. Yeah, that's another thing with this is 1993. You know, so it is well before 3D assets were a thing. So this is all, you know, P.Craig Russell drawing stuff. Maybe looking up old pictures or something. Using reference. I like when they're walking away, we see this little shadow of Morpheus there holding a bottle. And he's like, hey, stranger, what is that you carry? A city in a bottle. Most ingenious of devising and execution. Did you construct it? Is it for sale? I did not construct it. It was given to me. And it's no longer for sale. So they leave, and that's that. Right? And then we come, it's actually modern day. And look, it's this guy is telling this kid the story about how Baghdad used to be the shit. Now it's not. Remember, this was 30 years ago. Things ain't nearly changed. It's still all fucked up over there. Imagine. I mean, maybe Baghdad's all fixed up by now. I don't know. But if I think of the Middle East, this is definitely what I think of, is all bombed out and shit everywhere. Kids in crutches and old people with missing legs. He has both his legs. What am I talking about? So it's all just a story for some guy. That's that. And that's the story. And it has an ad for... Did we look at Sebastiano? I can't remember if we did or not. It seems like we did. Chain Gang War. Why did they put this in here? It's the stupidest ad. Crime. Punishment. There used to be a link. Someone's forging it again. Okay, so, but this is the other cool part. This Facets of Dream, Artist Gallery. Oh, that's what I should grab. Okay, hold on. We're going to leave this right there. Give me 1 second. 82 seconds. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. Is this on the back? That's just on the front. Okay. I'll have that for reference in a minute. So this is Scott McCloud, I believe. I think that, yo, you son of a gun. Go back. No, crap, son of, go back. I guess we're just gonna have to do it again. Okay. But yeah, I think this is the Scott McCloud, I believe. Is that what it says? Scott McCloud. If I'm right, Scott McCloud, that's the guy that did the How to Understand Comics or whatever. All those books that he did. How to relaunch comics and everything. This one's, I think this is Todd McFarlane, obviously. And I remember getting this issue, and I remember my buddy was like way into Todd McFarlane, right? McFarlane was like his favorite artist. You know, my favorite artist at the time was probably maybe Keown, maybe Sam Keith, or Will Spertasio. That'd probably be the other one. My guess would be maybe Jay. I can't remember if Jay Lee was out by now or not. But I remember seeing this and just being like, what? Because I was like, I wanted my friend to see this, and I was like, man, there's like a Todd McFarlane pinup in the back. It's cool, man. You know, there's supposed to be Todd McFarlane pinup in this issue. This is gonna be so cool. You're gonna understand. This is supposed to be like this really cool comic. And then we got it, and I remember getting to the McFarlane picture and just being like, what the that's like the lamest McFarlane picture I've seen ever. Like, I love McFarlane's work. You know what I'm saying? Spawn, Spider-Man stuff. Todd McFarlane's version of the Hulk, beautiful. Todd McFarlane's version of Sandman, garbage. But then these ones, woo, gee, look at that. This Kaluta pictures is good. It's not the best. But this, oh my crap, that's Michael Zulli. All right, yeah, that's Michael Zulli there. I mean, that was just fantastic. Is there one other one in here? I think I missed. Ah, I did. This is that Jill Carla Schwartz. I don't know who that lady is. I've never seen anything from that person. And then this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Is that like stippling? They do all the little dots and stuff. That's John Tolman. I mean, he's... Man. When you see John Tolman work like that... And what's crazy is when I got this, I didn't know John Tolman was just over in Erie. Just a short drive away from myself. Over in Erie, Pennsylvania, John Tolman. Now, I believe that now Mr. Tolman his eyesight has diminished. He's not really able to do as much artwork. I mean, depressing to think about that, especially, you know, as like I like to consider myself an artist too. Depression, I think that's a possibility. You lose your eyesight. Oh my, that'd be horrible. Just horrible. And then this is what I wanted to bring up. His back picture. This is, what is it? Craig Hamilton and Tony Harris. I have no idea what they do. But this picture of Sandman and, that's supposed to be Bast, the cat goddess. That's another one that just stuck in my head. And I had a dream about her a week before I shattered my legs and feet and all those bones down there. Shattered, not broke, shattered. I had a dream about her. Look at that. I dreamt about Bast, and it was like that image I saw of her, you know, like she talked to me. Well, she didn't talk, but she purred and she kissed me on the cheek. Then I woke up. You know what I mean? Like, so weird. And I'd never dreamt about Bast or any of them things before. And after that, like I said, it's been months in the hospital, in the trauma ward, trying to rebuild my feet, learn how to walk again. And that whole time, I kept thinking about her, about Bast there, cat lady. Oof, sexy time. If that makes me, I was reading, watching these people, and they were complaining about some lady sharing some fanfic of a dog werewolf fucking a person or something. Oh, they're degenerates. Let me tell you what. Wow. If liking this picture of the cat lady with the butt and her boobs and the kitty face and the ear, that makes me a degenerate. Well, fuck, I am a degenerate. She's so sexy. So sexy. It's not real though, it's a picture. Oh, so sexy. And like I said, it's the sort of image that just gets stuck in your brain, you know? It says, it's been far too long since we sat beneath the summer moon together and talked of pleasant fripperies of that and of this, and left others to speak sensible things of import and consequence. That's just, what would be the term for that? Flowery purple prose or something? I'm not so big on that, but that actually kind of just takes something away, having a little scroll work there of just them fucking. I don't know. What are they doing? Why are the other cats in the room? Like he's leaving, she's still like, okay. Like the other cats are just chilling in there like, whoa, we saw all of that. I don't know. So that's the end though. Bloodlines is coming. That looks kind of cool though. I don't know what that is. I didn't really read DC except for these Vertigos back in the day. This is a good one too. The Geek. Rachel Pollack and Mike Allred. That was a really good one. Sandman Mystery Theater was just starting up, number 3. Hellblazer was just on number 66. Garth Ennis, Steve Dillon. Kid Eternity was just starting. Swamp Thing was at number 132. Doom Patrol was only at number 67. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, so that's the comic for today. Little P.Craig Russell. I love his art because it's so unique looking and so recognizable. You know, like this is Robin 3000, illustrated by P.Craig Russell. I remember seeing this as a kid in like the Advanced Comics books and just being like, what? P.Craig Russell drawing Batman? What the hell? This is book 1 of 2. Never got the second one. This is illustrated, and it says also colored by P.Craig Russell and Lovern Kudinski. Lovern Kidzierski? How you say that? And it's like you see that same style of P.Craig Russell's, obviously because it's P.Craig Russell drawing it. But you know what I mean? Like it's the way he draws faces and the way his lines are just so recognizable, you know? Like they're just, every time you see them, you're like, oh, yep, that's, snatch it up, you know? I mean, that's what I mean. He's just a master. So it's like, it reminds me of like, kind of like Art Deco. There's, oh, I can't remember the name. Lucha? I'll have to look up, see if I can find it. There's, but just that sort of simplistic, but not simplistic. But yeah, good stuff from him there. And also, we're gonna go over this in a little bit too. This Gotham by Gaslight tale, which is another. They're both Elseworlds tales, I guess. But this is Mike Mignola on pencils and P.Craig Russell doing inks. And that, I mean, it's a fantastic combination. It's like, it's just right. It's neat. It's like, to me, this is like an example of like what you want in a collaboration between penciler and inker. Because this is, let's see. Oh no, this is from '89. Well, I think Mignola was doing his angular, blocky. That's when he was starting. Had to have been when he was starting it. But, you know, it's like, you got to imagine it's that from the pencils, and then you got P.Craig Russell coming in and kind of softening them and giving them this more, I don't know how to describe it. It's not, it's what I mean, is it's not this, we'll look at it later. Good stuff in this one. But, so that's our review for today. Sandman, Ramadan. Hopefully, if you're someone that gets offended by people talking about Muslims, or if you're a Muslim and doesn't like people talking about Muslims, hey, no problem. I ain't trying, you know, do what you want. That's what we're here for. You get to be a Muslim or not be a Muslim or whatever you want to be here in America. Why am I getting... but yeah, so that's what I got for now. I might do a live stream later tonight, maybe. We'll see. I feel like I need to start doing more news-based items, because there's been so much crazy stuff going on in the news that you know, we gotta cover. We gotta. There's so many. Anyways, maybe we'll do that later. Maybe it'll be later tonight. We'll see. Anyways, go pick up. I don't even know where this one's even collected. I think it might be in the. Actually, I have no idea. I'd just be speculating at this point. You can look up the Sandman collections maybe, and look for the one that has issue 50 in it, if you're really interested in it. Or go dig it out of the back issue bins, or wherever people sell them on. I bought a new copy, this one that I took for him to sign, I bought off of eBay. So you can probably get one on there. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. Oh, and there's an ad for the Geek, like we were talking about. Rachel Pollack and Mike Allred. But yeah, this is just, like I said, just a beautiful, beautiful book to look at. You know, especially when I was at this time as a kid. I remember I had a game where you were sort of like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of style adventurer, and you were in an Arabian world. You had traveled to this Shapir, I think that's what it's called. But it was like, you know, it was like an Arabian, you know, 1001 Nights kind of style land with all these different mythological things they have. Talking animals and flying elephants and harems and djinns and all that stuff, you know. This little ad for Lobo. It was so odd when you'd have these books that were these kind of like more like adult, more mature styled. Not necessarily like adult, like sexy time stuff, but like adult, like it was a more, you know, this isn't a superhero comic, you know. I mean, despite the fact you got Sandman running around in a cape here, you know, he's not a superhero. He's just a philanderer. He's just running around paying the price for all his fucking throughout centuries. But look it up. It's a fun book. Like I said, especially if you dig like 1001 Nights and all that kind of stuff. Tales about the deserts and the I don't know, whatever else they got, that kind of stuff, you know. Old-timey Baghdad that never existed. Maybe it did. We don't know. How would we even know? Yeah, beautiful stuff. Or if you just see stuff from P.Craig Russell. Yeah, like we could look at that. Doing this, like I said, this Norse mythology. I think this might probably have a collection by now of this. This is him doing the script and layouts with different, well, this is issue 4. Yeah, it's just different artists doing the, if you're doing the layouts, those are just not really detailed, but just, you know, just an idea of the placement of how things are. You know, you might have these panels laid out. You might have a line to show it's the desert and a little squiggles to represent a person. Well, maybe we should have an art day. Maybe that's what we should do. We talk about all these different terms. What's the layouts? What's the pencils? I don't know, but I can tell you what I think they are. I love just being myself. I'm not trying to tell anybody I'm the best or I'm the smartest. Yeah, you can see it retains just a little bit of that flavor of P.Craig Russell. You know, a lot of these, I think these might be called like medium shots, maybe. It's a close-up. It's like a medium shot. Medium shot. Medium, close-up. Medium, close-up. Medium, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not really cut out to be an art instructor unless you're looking for just kind of goofy advice that I can give. I'm not really giving it. Anyway, that's enough for now, kids. Thank you all. I'll just tune in to a bunch of people came by on Sunday to my buddy Johnny Scab's channel. We did our ComicsGate Commandos episode 4. Premiered the season finale of Malin Mysteries. I had a brief appearance in that as well. Johnny Scab's he's a fun guy. I put a link to it somewhere here. Look, check it out. And you know, and I'm finishing up the relaunch. It's gonna have a lot of different. It's gonna bring together a lot of disparate things that I've been working on over the years. You know, relaunch. Of course, I've showed you some of this stuff, but what does it all mean? You know, these cat people, the nurse, the lady in all the bandages. What is going on? Does it have any connection to my old original comic, No Legs? My weird thing with all the manga and the people with talking meat slicers and the guy getting his arms chopped off in the meat slicer and getting tied to the railroad tracks. Does it have any connection to this? Wait a second. There's a nurse that's a cat right there. We're gonna have to find out, folks. It's all coming together. What about, could it even have a connection to Jam Space? With the traitor, LeBron. Frickin' LeBron. Come back for 2 seasons. Or no, he came back for 3 seasons. Not bad. Smoking in the girls' room. The assassination of Abrahamster Lincoln. Dark, dark day in American history. I think I did this as a... trying to tell a joke to Don Chen. Don Chen, the guy who did all the old radioactive mutant black belt hamsters and X-Farce and all the different parody comics back in the day. I was like, here's Abrahamster Lincoln. The founder of the rodent Republicans. The first rodent Republican president. Anyways, let's get out of here. If you haven't, click like, subscribe, we'll do more videos. As you notice, Sam is not here. You know, he can only get by sometimes, you know, and I don't want to just have random videos that take too long to get. So, you know, we're gonna look at some fun stuff. Stuff that I love. Like, if you guys know who Dave Cooper is, we're gonna have to look at this at some point here soon, because this is the other stuff that, like, I saw and it's just bananas. I wanted the stuff as a kid. They wouldn't let me order it as a kid. God dang it. Why? All right, guys. I've rambled enough. Hope you like the show. Yeah. Let's just jam out to this. You know, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, kids. Don't order Yaira. You know, order, you get whatever comic book you want to get, guys. I don't care. Good comics, bad comics. Not really impressed with the,
Your planner is a navigational tool that provides you...
Shut up. Yeah, okay, it's time to go. That's it, folks.